Hi everyone, good evening and warm welcome to today's episode of Wake Up Women Conversation series with me, Sheetal Gurung. And Women on Wealth is a platform where we help women take charge of their finances. And my guest today is yet another amazing woman who has taken charge of her finances, and she is here to share her journey with every one of you. So please log in and sit tight. I am here to welcome Anurima, and I can see that she's already here, so let's welcome her together. So sending an invitation to you, this conversation, and Harsha, Miriam, Jyoti, Pooja, thank you guys for joining in. Hi, good evening and warm welcome. So glad to have you here. Thank you for giving us this time this evening. So let's begin. Anurima, so please share a little bit. Yes, I can hear you now. I can hear you now. Okay. So please share a little bit about you, a little of your personal side, and what really, made you take charge of your finances. What really woke you up to the need to get financially educated? Let's begin there.
Sure. First of all, Sheetal, thank you so much for having me, for giving me this opportunity to be here today, this afternoon. And you look lovely as usual.
Thank you.
All right. So starting with my story and my financial journey with all of you, right? So as Sheetal has introduced myself already, my name is Anurima. I'm 32 years old. I'm currently in Bangalore, but I'm originally from Calcutta. Um, I joined Money Gym program back in 2021, sometime in May or June 2021. So it's been almost 2 years of me being into this financial journey, and it's pretty much going strong, and hopefully it will be that way in future as well. Now coming to Sheetal's question of what really triggered me to embark this journey, right? So I would say I had a pretty much typical middle class upbringing. Both my parents, they were government servants. So throughout, I think I was a good student academically. But when it comes to finances, it's pretty much typical how Indian households are commonly, right? We don't really discuss much about money, especially in front of children. We think that it's not a good thing for the children to know things like that. So I never really discussed money. I never really heard my parents discuss about money pretty much when I was growing up, right? It was mostly about academics, what to study, what to become when we grow up, and things like that that we used to discuss in my household. Now, fast forward 2014, that's when I started my professional journey. I completed my studies. I just came out of a tier one college. So that's when I started my corporate journey. And I was making pretty much decent money back then, but I had no idea where my money was going because forget about investment. Back then, I was not really aware of how to save my money, right? I was spending left, right, and center, and I was not even aware of where all these money is going, right? So that's how I started my money journey back in 2014. And soon after, my parents kind of gave me the first nudge back in 2015, 2016 that, hey, this is not a sustainable financial model that you are creating for yourself. They didn't really discuss about investments with me, but they were more like, save some money, invest into real estate if you want, and things like that. So I took that advice from my father, and in 2016 I bought my first property, an apartment in Bangalore, because my parents wanted me to make that financial commitment. They were thinking that, okay, if I have that liability of paying that EMI every single month, I will probably be a little more disciplined when it comes to my spending. And at the same time, I will be able to create some wealth for myself as well. So that's how it happened. I bought my first property in 2016, pretty much in young age, I would say, when I was just 25, 26. It continued like that for a couple of more years. I was spending, I was enjoying my life, but when it comes to my money management, like savings and investments, I literally had zero. So I was somebody who would always live on paycheck to paycheck, and post 10th or 15th of every month, I would always empty out my entire bank account, and I would reach out to my parents for some help if I need and things like that. So that was who I was till the time 2020, I would say. And that's when COVID happened, and all of our lives, I think it slowed down a little. We stopped traveling, we stopped spending in things which we don't need so much, like clothes, makeup, and things like that. That's when I realized for the first time, I noticed rather that I still have money left in my bank account even after the month end. That surprised me. That's when I thought for the first time that okay, maybe I have enough money. I just don't know how to manage it. I just don't know how to spend it systematically, right? So that was the first aha moment for me when I saw that I have some surplus money left even after the month end. Okay. So that's how I woke up, and I started searching for finance content. I started searching for courses, etc., online, because I knew that I need some help because this is not my area of expertise. I'm an engineer by education and I'm into corporate by profession, and finance is not really my forte. So that's when I started searching for some help who could make me understand how this entire system work, who could put together a system in place for me so that I can manage my finances by myself. And yeah, as they say, right, when you really wish for something, then the universe makes sure that you get it. It sends it your way. I think that's how Women and Wealth happened for me. On one fine day, I just saw a Facebook notification popping up on my wall, and I signed up for it. And then, Sheetal, we got in touch. You explained to me what exactly it is, what's coming up, what to expect. I really liked the idea. I thought this is exactly what I was looking for. So without giving it any second thought, I signed up for it. That's when I joined the Money Gym program. And once I completed my Money Gym, I was so much hooked into this entire thing that I even took one more step forward and I joined the advanced program as well, which is our stocks program. So yeah, that's pretty much my story, and that's why I'm here today.
Yes, and thank you so much for the narration. I just want to ask some of our members who are logged in, women who are logged in, how many of you could really see yourself in, Anurima's story? Like I could see parts of me in your story, about by 15th of the month, money running out, living paycheck to paycheck, and not clueless about where money was going, right? So really could see myself, and money not being discussed. I think parents also feel that we don't want to expose our children to the hardships that we go through. It's so normal, I think, and then they don't include because they want us to not worry, perhaps, or see them in those times. So yeah, they do it for all the right reasons, but again, when we grow up, then we know reality is, again, we stumble upon these challenges ourselves and clueless about, again, how to manage. So which is why have including children in the conversations, or making some effort in making them aware, so that when they grow up, we are able to better manage our lives. So beautifully
Absolutely.
you shared with all of us here, and I can see that so many women have joined in. So everyone, thank you for being here. If you are Anurima's friend, and if you see some of your friends, colleagues, family members logged in, then we will pause and acknowledge their presence too. Okay, so do shout out. Now, where do what is that financial future that you are, the path that you're on, where is it taking you with the skills that you have? What's the financial future you're up to, making it possible for yourself?
Yeah. So I think the goal that I have in my mind is that I want financial freedom. I don't really want to retire early because I like what I do,
Yeah.
right? So I want to continue working. I want to continue doing what I'm doing as long as I can. But going forward, maybe in the long run, maybe 10 years down the line, I don't see myself working for money. That's one change that I really wish for myself. Another goal that I have in my mind now is that I'm a parent now. I have a 1-year-old daughter, so giving her the best possible education and bringing her up the best possible way without worrying much about finances and money is something that I also want to fulfill using this newly acquired skills that I have now.
Wonderful. So a comfortable, beautiful life that you're preparing yourself for, where you're also, and I see you in action, because I often see you, and I've also, I think once in a while, responded to you in our community conversations about
Yeah.
how, I think, fiercely engaged you are in this now. And any new study the stocks community would do, you just jump in and participate. You watch the recordings, you join the live whatever time it may be, and then you also take that plunge. You don't think much, you see, assess, you are clear about the path you're on and what direction you want to take. So I really, really admire and appreciate that about you now, how quickly you decide, okay, this is what I want to add to my portfolio, and
Yep.
and engaged in the conversation. So how
Like
has it been for you, in the community?
Yeah, so like I said, right, ever since I joined this community since 2021, there was no looking back for me. I have been glued to this system pretty much since then, and I see myself doing the same in the future as well,
Yeah.
right? So I try to participate as much as I can in the community initiatives, and I try to give back as well.
Yeah.
Even though I don't think I'm able to contribute much because I had a lot of things going on in my personal life as well. Things are not easy, when you are a
Yeah.
new mother. But going forward, I will try to contribute. I will try to make sure I participate in the group studies and capsule studies and things like that. And yeah, I'll try to be as much active as I can in different ways. That's my way of
Yes.
giving it back to the community.
Thank you for that spirit, and you are already giving back with, sharing from your life. What are some investments you have done? How are they responding, and then, and yes, would definitely love to have you in some of the future capsule studies we do. It'll be
For
fun.
sure.
It's a fun ride, Now I'm gonna also take you back a little bit. You may have touched upon it, but a lot of women, when they join in, then because you also didn't come from a finance background, right? This was all too new for you too. What were some of the shifts that you had to bring in your way of thinking, the habits? What are some, out of the entire money gym and stock system, what are those systems that you diligently follow?
Right. So, Sheetal, like you already know, right? We have a robust system in place, and we always encourage all our community members to follow them, to implement them in their lives. The systems are as good as your implementation, right? If you are only consuming the information but not really implementing anything in your life, then it doesn't have any value. So I am a strong believer into that entire system that we have in place. And I try to make sure I follow all the community guidelines, whatever we were taught during our classes. And I think when it comes to personal finances, belief and consistency, these two are the key factors which differentiates you from the rest, right? So I try to be as consistent as possible. I don't really play the game for a couple of months and then I'm out. It doesn't really happen that way. I stay consistent. I follow whatever I learned during my studies, and yeah, I think it's been working well for me. But again, as they say, right, personal finance is a very personal thing. What works for me might not work for everyone. I think that's the beauty of our community, that we are so welcoming, we are so accommodative. We don't really follow any thumb rule. We just give the framework and we encourage everyone to customize as per their requirement. And the support and the guidance that we continue to get from the community is phenomenal. So being part of such a community itself, makes sure that you are consistent, you are into the game, and you are playing it well. So that has really worked out for me.
Wow. Thank you so much. I'm certainly taking this away from you. The belief, definitely. And then consistency, no doubt, without consistency, the results are not going to happen, right? So thank you for sharing that. And I also want to, for all the women here who may be thinking about, oh, I think I should or should I not? Can I do it? Can I not? Will it work for me? So you have listened to Anurima. Her message is to believe, and then just you have to start and be consistent, right? So furthermore, what is your message for women out there, Anurima? What is your message for our lovely viewers?
Yeah, I just wanted to, send out this message to every woman out there that wake up and take charge of your finances. And when it comes to finances, I think taking the first step or taking consistent baby steps is the key. Don't just wait for the big moment to happen. Don't think that, okay, today I might not have sufficient money to start this journey. I'll just wait until I have this much accumulated. It doesn't really happen like that, because when it comes to finances and investment, one takeaway that I have taken from the community is that it's important how much you are investing, but it is also important how long you are playing this game for, right? So time is a very important factor. Just start right away. If you are not into this game, I think now is the best time to start the game. Just take the plunge and get started and take charge of your finances is what I wanted to tell.
Yes. Wake up and take charge. Now is the time. The opportunity is here, and we must all participate to really reap the benefit of the existing opportunities, right? So Anurima has done it. I have done it. So many other women in the community have done it, and now it's your turn. So please reach out, and if you are brand new to our community, then you can always come in for one of our free introduction sessions, right? The link is in the bio of our Instagram handle, and just reach out, DM us, and then we'll get talking to you and guide you. But this has been really, really amazing, Anurima. I had wanted to really bring you here and have this conversation, and we've done it. I'm so happy that we could finally do it. But thank you for your generous sharing, and really that I could really experience a genuine push for women that please do it. So thank you so much for this lovely conversation this evening.
Absolutely, my pleasure. Thank you so much for having me, Sheetal.
Thank you. And to everybody, have a good evening, and we will see you around. Take care. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you.